Hi Aquarius, welcome to your February 2025 Manifestation Activation Tarot reading. My name is Lissett, and I have already performed an entire chakra cleanse, release of negative beliefs, implantation, activation and reactivation of true beliefs in place of where those negative ones were. You can find all that information under my community tab. And next, what I'll do is I'll go in with the Sacred Geometry Activation Tarot cards by Lon, and I will use a spread based on the 7 Hermetic Principles of Manifestation. And I will find the frequencies that need to be activated for you, Aquarius, in the highest loving light. In the highest loving light, Aquarius. So once I get these frequencies out, we'll talk about them. I'll show you the images and the colors. You let your mind, just take it in really quick. Or check in my community tab later. You'll be able to access them there. So yeah, I'll go in after this with the Rider-Waite-Smith system, and I'll get a storyline, and you can see if this further resonates for you. So to access that chakra cleanse and this activation of these frequencies I'm now discovering, just watch this video to the end, okay? You can watch it at 2x speed if you need to. And please do check the community tab if you feel so inclined, so that you can see the new positive implantations there, and you may want to use them as affirmations or incorporate them in your energetic journey here. So this video is for entertainment purposes only and for guidance in how you are directing your energy into your manifestation. Okay. So this also, Aquarius, this does not have to be just for sun sign. This doesn't have to be superficial. My intention here is to do this chakra cleanse for the archetype of Aquarius. So wherever Aquarius sits in your chart, that is where the chakra cleanse was directed. And furthermore, I'm even more detailed with this specific spread based on these Hermetic Principles of Manifestation. So I'm going in deep. This is an intentional cleanse because some of us have challenging placements in our natal charts, and our magic sits in our ability to balance our own energies out. So that's my intention. I just want to help the collective expand their consciousness, raise their consciousness, and build a life that they, truly desire. So that's what we're here doing in the highest loving light. Aquarius, if you would enter into this energetic exchange with me for the greatest good of everybody involved, we'll get started now, okay? We have 2 more cards here, and then we'll go in with the Rider-Waite-Smith system. 2 more cards, Spirit and highest loving light. You know what? I am so excited to do this reading, Aquarius. I did not light a candle. I did not light an incense. I did not even fill my water up. I left, I just have my makeup on from this morning, this is my end of the day makeup, and my bummy hoodie because I've been watching Avatar all day. So just so you can get the vibe, I just had to come and do this with you. So that's interesting. Let's get this one last card, okay? Okay, now we will go in with the Rider-Waite-Smith system, and we'll get some more details. Darling Aquarius, in the highest loving light, Spirit. Aquarius 2025, February, Manifestation, Activation. tarot reading and chakra cleanse. Frequency activation here, please, Spirit, and highest loving light. I like that. That's good news. Very nice. Okay. 3 more, please, Spirit. Father God, and highest loving light. Let's go. Okay, Aquarius. So let's remedy those spiritual protection issues. I got so excited and just jumped right in. And of course, I have been working subliminally with you here. So I'm going to fill my water cup and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, Aquarius. Yes, I switched some things up. I have my candles burning. I have my incense going. I've grounded myself. I've masked up a little bit. I had to put my glasses on and I had to put some lipstick on. These are just channel things. So let that, please take that as it resonates for you, Aquarius, in the highest loving light. If you do something impulsively and you have the chance, you can take a step back and readjust to operate in a safer space where you feel safer. So that's the message that I'm getting from that, okay? And let's get started. So in the first position, this is equated with the principle of mentalism. Is this like too much? Sorry about the smoke. It's good for both of us though, okay? So the principle of mentalism, what you think about, you will definitely attract to yourself, okay? So you're thinking about activating your throat chakra. You've got the frequency of the throat chakra, number 5. The frequency of the throat chakra. The blue flower of life supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So you've been thinking about, have a look at the colors, okay, and at the geometric pattern. It's good for your subconscious. I've done subliminal work here, so make sure you're staying hydrated and have a look. If you can't look right now, look under my community tab for those pictures. And it's paired here with the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is a wish card. This card has to do with something you desire big. You desire something here. There's a wish. So you have been thinking about how to communicate whatever this is that's on your mind. This is what I see. And because there's something you want out of it. So that's what I see. I see some communication in the mind because there's something you really want. And I see you being very anticipatory. I see you anticipating this. I see you anticipating the opportunity to talk about this wish fulfillment or to be able to attain it. And I see that you maybe had to do some practice with your speech or something. You maybe have been doing maybe you took a speech class. Maybe you're working with your throat chakra. Maybe you've been stimming more lately. Maybe you've been singing. Maybe you've been drinking certain teas. There's something going on here with the throat chakra. So you may have been holding your neck like this a little bit. I was led to put on my collares. So maybe you need to put something around your neck to help you with this, okay? This is the frequency of the throat chakra when it comes to the mind. So something in your mind, some way, shape, or form, you have been looking for some solution to communication, to some block in communication. This block is coming in between you and a wish, and I see that you now have remedied that. So, because now you are in the frequency of the throat chakra. So, okay, the principle of mentalism, you have brought this into your own existence. I will activate that. So now moving forward in the principle of polarity, which I equate to the heart chakra, that's number 35, perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Number 35, perception. Have a look, okay? In the heart chakra. With the Fool, you are about to look at things with some brand new eyes. This is what I see, Aquarius. So you wanted to talk about something. You needed to communicate something. So, and it has to do with wish fulfillment. And in the heart space, when it comes to the principle of polarity, so traversing the poles, the spectrum between different emotions, you're in the frequency of perception with your first major arcana, the Fool. So this is a destined path for you. This is a new leg. You have somehow conceived of some new perception here. And you are really, with this Fool energy, you're starting the Fool's journey. You're starting the hero's journey here, with brand new eyes. So, and maybe you need to communicate that with some people. This was a wish that you had on your heart to start anew, to embody this. If I can look up, I can get up. And you look up after some shadows, after something pushed you down. You looked up and you saw something new. You need to talk about it. That's what I see. And the principle of correspondence, as above, so below. I also equate this with the congruency between your heart and your mind, your golden compass. Correspondence, as above, so below. So number 9, allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So, okay, and that is paired with the King of Swords. Let's have a look here. Okay? It's paired with the King of Swords. So this is just crazy to me, because I was, apart from like being led to make sure I put my Aquarius sound bowls on, get into my, I was ever so grateful for the inspiration to start the reading. I love doing these readings. It's my favorite thing to do. But I have a system here, and I've set up this system for my own safety, for my own protection, and so that I can be so high up channeling with a framework that I trust. So then, along with the things I mentioned, putting my collares on, my lipstick protection is another way of protection for my gypsy spirit. And so this is just my certain ways, right? Well, another thing that I was led to do in the short 15 minutes when I got my water and did all this, when I paused this, was to say these prayers of submission and resignation that I do say. These are my personal prayers that I meditate with from a book of selected prayers by Allan Kardec. So you may be led to do some surrender work. There's a song by Janae Aiko called Surrender, with, I think it's Dr. Chill or something. You might want to check that out too, because the correspondence between your heart and your mind is allowance. So you're needing to allow something to come through. So you're thinking about this, activating the throat chakra, some perception on this new leg of your life. And now with the King of Swords, that's wonderful for communicating. So this might be some direct communication. So with the existence and expansion, and I'm thinking about expansion because when I first started the video, I decided to talk about expanding human consciousness. I think that the correspondence between your heart and your mind is depicting some journey where you've already closed something out. You couldn't be starting the Fool's journey all over again. So, but you now have a wish. Whatever you closed out, it left you with a wish and a desire to talk about this new perception of yours. Now I see that you're allowing it to happen, but with a framework, with this King of Swords. Like I mentioned, my framework where I'm able to channel because I can lean back on my trusty framework here. And I see that this is an accurate reflection of the vibes of this reading. So that's what I see. So moving forward, we've got in the principle of cause and effect. What kinds of changes can you make, or did you make? What is the frequency there? Number 10, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Authority? Have a look. Okay. Paired with the Page of Wands. So this is a young energy. From the Knight of Cups, then the Fool, and the Page of Wands, but then your heart being this framework of, so the thing that you really are paying attention to is allowing the downloads to come, allowing yourself to listen to life. Listen to life, be in the moment, listen to life. You have come up with some type of framework here for this manifestation. Trust yourself when it comes to communicating about your new perception here. You're in a strong Fool's energy that will be endearing to whoever you're going to deal with. I don't know who you're going to deal with. They're going to see this young, enthusiastic energy, trusting the universe. You've got some idea, you've got some wish to talk about. And I see that your perception will be received well with this dynamic between the spark in your eye of enthusiasm paired with some framework that you have come up with. So you may have written down, like, I need to make this point, I need to make this point, I need to make this point. You may have been journaling or something like that. Or maybe you're an artist and you write poetry, and so you've got like a certain form that you're, adhering to help communicate the feelings that you're channeling. It's something that I do. I'll choose a form of poetry, and then I will stick to that framework for my words and allow the channeled energies to come through. So that's why I'm able to, this is just what I am. So if you're a songwriter, if you are writing a book or something, maybe you have some template. But when I see template, I'm hearing template like this. My friend, I have a friend of mine, a Caribbean friend of mine, he says it like that, template. And so your original template. So I understand, I see. So something, so no art is original, but you can make it original with your own essence, even if you're using a template, okay? So, well, now you've gained authority over this. So because you're on this fool's journey, and this Page of Wands is very creative, passionate energy, young energy. And I'm just seeing all of this young energy, but with the King of Swords in the middle. And so I want you to trust yourself with whatever this framework is, because it's going to allow this younger, passionate, excited, trusting energy to come through here for this wish fulfillment. I mean, these boys are so happy. Like, look at them. Look at this one, this guy too. And then you've just got this King of Swords, like, go ahead, I'll allow it. You're safe in your framework. So let's move forward in the principle of gender. What won't be changed, because we need gender for certain things, it won't change. We've got soul time, number 40. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Here, okay. With the beautiful Justice card, your second major arcana. So what won't be changed is to be doing things by your own discernment, your own judgment here. This is another major arcana. So you have paid some karma. Your soul time, you've paid up some karma. So that's it, huh? So you need it. That's probably what you ended to get back into this full energy here, and your perception has changed. Soul time. Some triggers when it comes to your soul, the essence of what you are, and the other parts of you that are, however you understand soul fragments, that you have paid up and balanced that out well enough to begin on this leg of this manifestation, Aquarius, wherever Aquarius is in your chart, okay? So trust your own discernment. I'm seeing these swords as safety for you. I'm seeing that. So you might be somebody who's in their head a lot. Sometimes I get so high on the energies and the astral and my channeling that I lose my words. I get so inspired, so excited that I lose my words, and that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like the throat chakra, you're like thinking like, how am I going to put this into words? How am I going to communicate this? And I'm seeing these swords energies, this masculine sword energy, and now this is a woman judge. Okay, so that's uncommon. There are many women judges, but the majority of men who work, it's a man's world. So this is what I see you mastering, even the underdog, being an accurate, respected judge, because that's just some limiting beliefs here, but I was called to say it. So look at, actually, this is, normally it's a woman, but this is like some androgynous creature. Like you can't even, so I see justice, look at that, who knows, that could be a man. Can you see? So I'm seeing some justice is blind to even gender here in soul time. So, but that's also, especially I'm in America. So this idea of, gender and it's like such a big deal right now, and people are trying to shun one another and just forget humanity altogether. And I see somebody who's risen above all of that chatter because of your soul fragments, and that you can trust your discernment in your framework and in your karmic path, that you've evened out karma. The karma that you are working with will definitely be pointing you towards your most loving light path. Make sure that you are running things through your heart, and making sure that you are okay with things morally for your own particular beliefs. Okay, soul time. So it's got to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, then it's not for you. This is what I'm getting. Okay, that won't change. This is a destined path card. You've got the Fool and Justice. Wow. Let's hydrate. So in your overall rhythm, the principal rhythm could be, there's a rhythm to everything. There's even a rhythm to the, I'm hearing the trickle of a river, and then I'm hearing a rushing of a river, and I'm hearing there's even a rhythm to that if you can be still and listen for long enough. So there's just every single living thing has got a rhythm, and you're a living thing, and you're here to create. So then to transform and multiply your life force energy and leave something here. We're here on earth to make the life that we want. We're at a manifestation reading. We've got number 23, dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy, and the necessity. So here you are, number 23. If you add those together, it's a 5, and you have throat chakra in the front. That was hard for you. So, and now you've got the 8 of Cups here. So this was 5 because you've got the 8 of Cups here. This has to do with leaving behind some things. So your throat chakra is number 5. This 5 frequency of the throat chakra. Dynamic also has the element of the throat chakra with the number 5 there is how I'm seeing it. So, and I'm seeing the 9 of Cups. You've attained it. But in your flow, you had to be in this dynamic flow between your thoughts and the words and how to communicate it. And you might be even a person who finds words insufficient. And so then you have to reach out for different forms of poetry or different forms of art or something like that. Like I see that you really have something that you may have seen as common, or it's like this idea of one man's trash is another man's treasure, but actually you're both men. And at first something that you saw that was trash actually ended up being a treasure, or it doesn't have to be that, but it's some big change like in your perception. You're like, holy cow, something that a big energy that you're just exploring because it's a new perception. And it's like, oh, I see that. And I see that it's very dynamic for you to traverse these waters between your thoughts and how to communicate those thoughts. And I see that you had to leave some things behind. in order to vibrate up to this full energy, you went from the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Moving forward, your overall vibration, the principle of vibration, everything is always moving, and you can always change the vibe, okay? Even the vibe in the atmosphere. You can imagine the vibe in the atmosphere, try to picture it. And you can see little, I'm seeing little balls, like, you ever see foam? Like the foam, it's like these sensory things, the foam putty that you use. And I'm seeing dragon fruit, how it has like those little dots like in a jelly, and I'm seeing even papaya in a certain way, the inside, the seeds. And I'm seeing like all of this room right here where I am, so it's also yours. So I'm seeing it all in some jelly, and I'm seeing those little dots, even in the sweet fruit or anything else. I'm seeing it shake and vibrate and then change, and then the jelly that it's in changes the color, and then some of them are bouncing faster, and so they're further away from one another, and it's then further lightening or densening. That, I don't think densening is a word, but making the vibration more dense or more light, and just very intricate color and play of vibration. Everything is always moving, and you have got the power even to change the vibration of air. So if you intentionally meditate and be creative in your own way, how you see the things around you. So this is integration. So integrate your imagination, please. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. So with the Hierophant, wow, have a look. I'm so happy. So I see somebody who's able to be in their young masculine energy and their older masculine energy, but I'm talking about masculine when it comes to moving around, because this idea of androgyny came up. So this is masculine energy as moving, like wands and swords, okay? So because you've got the Hierophant, another major arcana, your whole vibe is as an authority. And it's got to be because of this framework. So trust yourself, okay? So your whole vibe is as an authority, just like I was talking about this very weird vision, like with the dragon fruit, especially the jelly, gelatinous. But then it's just very strange. And so this is integrating. The Hierophant can do that. The Hierophant can meditate, but they're an authority. So they're actually the ruler over some organized traditional religion or something very powerful and sacred, and then they are able to communicate, take heaven and earth to one another, to traverse so high, integrate the imagination, but then bring it into the world and integrate these things into 3D. This is a manifestation activation tarot reading, and I saw that with the throat chakra you had something to talk about, and I see that you're going to actually be able to articulate this very well. Not just articulate it, you're going to share this vibration with whoever you communicate to about it, even if there's no immediate show for this conversation, for this communication over this framework. You are affecting the human consciousness. This integration, actually what you're doing, your vibes right now, this change and everything, you're integrating something new into the world, creating new neural pathways for people, and you're doing it in such a responsible way. Like, so you're probably a leader in your field in some way, shape, or form. You're probably an expert in something. I'm getting yogi. I'm getting yogi vibes here. So, but integrating here, the people come to you type thing. I see this vibration. So let's get another draw of Rider-Waite-Smith. Let's see what if we can expand on the story, and then we'll go into some channeled messages with the all things intuitive oracle cards here, and I've just love to go through that part. So let's get to it. This is Aquarius in the highest loving light, February 2025 chakra cleanse and frequency activation. Father God, Heaven, Holy Spirit, what is it? What's the message here to expand on for Aquarius for the archetype of Aquarius, wherever it sits in my viewer's chart. What is it? Talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, okay, all the cards first. Got it. More. I'm here leaving on a jet plane. I don't know if I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I never claimed to be able to sing, you guys. Okay, so let's hydrate. Hold on. So with your throat chakra and this wish fulfillment, I'm seeing you find a balance. This is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles has to do with balance, and I'm seeing the balance. He's got this balance here, just like in the Justice card. I like this for you, okay? I see you coming into balance for that. Moving forward in your heart space with the principle of polarity, perception, and the Fool. You've got, this is it. You're about to get moving. You've got the Knight of Wands, perception. Get on your horse, giddy up, go on, go explore the world. This is what I see. And I was hearing leaving on a jet plane, so maybe this, check out Sagittarius. I'm getting Sagittarius, I'm getting travel. So have a look, okay? And he looks hopeful. Okay? Ready to go see something new, maybe? Okay, to expand your heart. This is the heart space. Okay, this is beautiful. I love it. So because it has the Knight of Wands there, going into in what can change, we had the Page of Wands. So, but let's go into allowance here. Allowance, as above, so below, the principle of correspondence, allowance. So allowing, submitting yourself to the universe, giving it over to God. If you cannot control it, it's not for you to control. You give it to God, you allow it, you resignate. You resonate that, you resignate those things to God. You submit those things to God. You submit yourself, surrender to the universe. And then you allow yourself to receive those downloads. And then directly after that, you had authority. So you become, by surrendering, you become the authority in your life, because you loosen the reins on something that you never, on all the things that you never had control over to begin with. And then you step into your path of authority, because then you're a master of some certain things, and you attract what you need to give you support in other areas of life. So I see that by allowing that, you did need to move on to calmer waters. You had the Eight of Cups, and now you're having the Six of Swords. Those are two cards in the deck that have to do with moving forward, going on, moving on. Some strenuous stuff on the mind that it was hard for you to deal with, but you gained your authority. You've got authority here. By allowing, you've gained your authority, and this is how you stepped into it, to leave behind those things that don't resonate for you anymore, that are not for you. You look at, with this manifestation activation, all the cleanse and everything is going to help you so much. People meet me when they need their limiting beliefs knocked out. You need the ceiling knocked out, and they do that for you. And so moving forward, even this is going to be even better, because in what you can't change is, and what you can change, authority, with this Page of Wands and this young energy, exploring in your own authority, being safe to do that with your framework, whatever it is. So, because I just see you coming out. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. So there's that. So I see you coming out. Like, I see you coming up for air, almost out of this deep meditation in your mind space, activate the throat chakra so you can articulate this right. And I see that you've done the work here, and you're going to have the happiest card in the deck. This is a major arcana. This is the Sun card, okay? So this is Leo energy. This is you, okay, but also bask in the sun. Do some sunbathing, okay, if you can. So your authority, solar plexus meditations. Lots of solar plexus meditations. If you're still looking to change, if you're feeling down, if the woes of the world are getting to you, or making you feel heavy, or if some people are hating on you and you can just feel it because you're an empath like I am, do some solar plexus meditations, okay? Work on yourself intentionally. If when you're feeling low and tired, intentionally find self-healing ways that you can fall back on right away. Right now, when you're in a good mood, address this issue that I'm talking about. How do you, when you feel depleted, even though you've eaten and you've slept properly and you've processed your emotions and you're just feeling depleted, there's these colors of the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. So meditate on your solar plexus energy, meditate on your creative energy, your sacral energy, okay? Because sometimes just gossip and stuff like that can really interfere. So it's really important to do your spiritual cleansing, your framework. A prepared person is always in a better position, right? Like, I'm sure there's a billion adages for that, being prepared. Preparedness, I don't know. Open a fortune cookie, you'll find it. Like, this is what I'm saying. Just like me, I was like, let's do Aquarius. And I just sat right here. Como que nada, like, no, I needed to do the right things. And so one of the right things for you is the message is that choose, go on YouTube, go through your list, whatever, go through your grimoire, go through your ways on your days, okay? And how do you connect and reinforce your solar plexus and your sacral to safely be in your sacral energy? So when you're feeling down and depleted, you have your plan. You're like, I'm feeling like shit. And you go to your meditation, whatever, and all of a sudden you're feeling better, okay? There's music that you can listen to. You can put it on your playlist. Londrell is great, Londrelle. He's got some beautiful meditations. He's so talented. There's a million people, a million things that you can find. So choose that now. This is a warning so that you can be prepared for when there's gossip, whatever, this, that, and the other dark thing. You have been in the astrals. You're sticking to your framework. You're minding your own business. You're not thinking about it, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about any gossip or any black magic. You don't have to think about it. All you have to do is recognize, I'm feeling depleted. How do I remedy that? Quick 1-2 sweep, energy cleanse, sweep. Do your visualizations, like with that weird way I was explaining, vibration. So that was just my particular, in the moment. This is Aquarius. This is forward thinking. I have to open my mind to it and say it even if I don't understand it completely. Well, maybe you understand it and it resonates with you, Aquarius. Choose your ways for your days when you might be feeling depleted. Don't go searching for why, who, what, where, when. You got this. You're vibrating high. You've got a framework to stick to. You've got something important to talk about. You've got some perception to enjoy and be in. You've got a world to live in that you've created for yourself. So just choose that for your protection moving forward. And the principle of gender, what you can't change, soul time. With the justice, I see that this actually, you have gained this type of discernment for your soul fragment pieces to come together for this manifestation. You have done that by being like this Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but the most reliable, okay? So I'm seeing actually slow moving in your communication. Aquarius, you probably like have gone through this thing that Aquariuses go through, like where you just feel like nobody's gonna understand you. And you like maybe tried to bring up a conversation here and there with somebody, or tried like inching into this communicating with the throat chakra, whatever this manifestation is, this thing in your heart that's bringing you so much enthusiasm. So probably you were like this knight, like not like the Knight of Wands here, who's like with the Fool in this perception energy, like let's go, you know. No, with the, you wanted to be reliable. You wanted to, this means a lot to you. And I see that you maybe did this thing like Aquarius, tried to talk but felt awkward or felt like it wasn't received well, went back in to yourself, slowed it down, and then tried again. Tried, because this Knight is about perseverance. This is earth energy. He's the slowest Knight, but he's the most reliable, and he's going to do it right. When it comes to frameworks, this man is like, no, we're going to learn the framework before we get the speed. And I like that. I love that for you, because now you've become the judge, an accurate judge. So I'm loving this. You've called in your soul fragments with this behavior, with this choice, with the choice of what to do when you in your behavior. I like it. We're all responsible for the way that we behave, right? So, okay, and then we reap what we sow in our own behavior, even when it comes to thoughts and anything else. And I see that you've trained yourself. Put yourself in a force field or something. So dynamic with this. Wow. Okay, so dynamic with your overall rhythm. Supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. So, okay, and then you left some stuff behind, right? So that you could get this wish fulfillment, this balance, okay, in the throat chakra. You've got another major arcana, okay, temperance. So the dynamic is that you're able to temper also your emotions and temper just the vibes. Like, so this is your flow. Your flow is very dynamic, and Aquarius is a sign that is very forward moving. People don't understand it very well. You had to leave some stuff behind in this journey of how you want to communicate. And I see now that you're in this energy, this tempered energy. I said something about Sagittarius. I think this is a Sagittarius card. And I said something about travel. So I think you're going to be able to be well-tempered in your travels. Okay, so if you have any anxiety over flying or traveling, this is a message that you will be able to regulate your emotions. You got it. You got it. You're in this very strong energy. Navigating the dynamics of the world in your flow, leaving behind what no longer serves you. And because now you left behind 8 cups, just so that you can, you know, be such a adept with these 2 cups of emotion, energy and motion. So, okay, you've got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. So you'll be balanced in your travels, okay? So say your prayers and consult the weather and everything else. You know, I'm not your personal practitioner, please. I am not your personal practitioner. This is a general reading for guidance, entertainment purposes only. Please consult with your travel agent, your astrologers, your medical professionals, friends and family, whoever it is that you rely on. This is for support and guidance in your personal energetic journey when it comes to the archetype of Aquarius in the highest loving light here. So let's keep going, moving forward. So sometimes the message is so true and so intense for somebody out there that I can't help but to say it with such conviction, and I feel immediately, hold on, that's not for everybody. Let me be very clear here. This is absolutely true for somebody who it's resonating with. You know what resonates with you. But this is a general reading for guidance purely. So it's because I have to give that polarity, that on one spectrum, this reading could resonate with you in so many millions of ways, but not that one part. And then another spectrum, it could resonate not with somebody not at all, but only that one part. But what I see is that one part is super true, and so I say it with such conviction, and my magic is in my words. That's where my ashe is. So that's why I say, you know, because it's so true for some people and absolutely not true for others. So please use your discernment. That shouldn't be a problem with the balance on the 6 of Pentacles and the Justice card. So usually when you find me, you will need this reading for one reason or another. The chakra cleanse, the frequency activation, something about the timeline. So thank you so much for being here with me, Aquarius. I'm trying to clarify my communication. It's the vibe here, the throat chakra. I'm trying to communicate my perception so I understand this thing that comes along with this activation for you. Aquarius in the highest loving light, moving forward. The overall vibration is integration, dynamic in the rhythm, integration in the overall vibe. Tempering all of these energies so that you can integrate them as the Hierophant. This is going to bring you something stable and solid. Okay, Aquarius, all your hard work is paid off. I believe that. I see it. Integration, you're integrating. Look at him. He's got his hands up. And I'm seeing this on the ground. I'm seeing as above, so below. You're integrating something into the real world. I like it. You're doing a great job. Hey, let's clean up and just make it a little organized for me so that I can activate, so we can go in with the shadows. Let's see. We'll first see the shadows that you dealt with. Then we will check some messages of closure, messages of love, divine masculine, divine feminine, and wisdom of the oracle draws. Let's get into it. Okay, thank you. Hey, everybody. So my 7th house is in Aquarius. Okay. So I'll have to look into that later. I don't remember everything I say in these readings, you guys. Well, I have to do them, and then I come back and get the activation myself. And when the feeling comes over me, I have to come and do it. But there's an importance too to make yourself comfortable. So I share my personal experience because it's a vibe. We're all part of this collective. So in one way or another, whoever watches this, it could be 1 or 2 people. But the people that I work with are usually influential people, and it's such a blessing to work with you. Thank you very much for being here. It's such a gigantic blessing to be able to release these thoughts, implant the positive thoughts, help you with those limiting beliefs, help you with these frequency activations. That is an honor. It is my duty and my loving light work, because you definitely have followers. You definitely are a powerful person. If you don't now, you will eventually. And we are raising the human consciousness. We are expanding the human consciousness so that it can hold more loving light and process more, bring more of that to the world. We need it so much here. So thank you very much for being here, and I see you. This is what we're doing here means the world to me. So okay, I can see you. I can still see you standing there. You did not break me. We are more alike than I admit. This is something to do with a nemesis, an adversary. I can still see you standing there. You did not break me. We are alike. We are more alike than I admit, because after you defend yourself from somebody so many times, you can't help but to learn their tactics and their ways. You have to, for your own survival, because especially when these are like bad guys, like bad guys. They're relentless. They don't stop. Like, they have nothing better to do with their time. And so you have to protect yourself. And maybe you don't see them standing there. These are shadows that were already defeated, because you did not break me is here. I read shadows that you defeated to get into this energy. I'm here to acknowledge what you went through and talk about it. These are messages of closure. So, but I see that sometimes you still see people, like, you still see them, you still feel those vibes, or maybe like this enemy, this person that came up against you, or this could incorporate like different phases of your life, people who just, like, without your consent or knowledge, put themselves against you. So there was a lot having to do with energy cleaning and sweeping as well. Hierophant energy, temperance energy, you don't get there by just, following TikTok baby witch stuff or whatever those terms are. Like, this is somebody who's put in the work to really change. This is manifesting work here, okay? Creation work. So, I see that you might feel these vibes from these enemies from before that might raise your awareness. It might come into your field, and that's because you've gathered information to protect yourself and you know what to do. So like I said, if you're feeling depleted in your solar plexus or your sacral, and you feel that might be like a trigger, like I can still feel them standing there. It's not them, it's the things that you went through, learning with them, and then you can use that as a sign of, okay, when that was actually happening to me IRL or in the past, how did I deal with it? And that can be also a clue how to cleanse your energetic field here, keep it clean, keep minding your own business, creating your whatever it is that you're talking about over here. Okay, let's keep going. Now, messages of closure can be from your past non-loved ones, your guides, the higher selves of people from past situations. You take it as it resonates. I can still see you standing there. Thank you for making amends. You did not break me. I support your path. That was a soul contract. They were put, you agreed to have that situation with them. And actually that's their higher self saying, I support your path. So that's another thing why you can still feel them. So you could be enemies here on this plane, and then in a higher plane, you could be best friends, and just like, because you know each other so well, this is what I'm getting, because you know each other so well in the astral, then you come down here to learn and teach lessons to one another, whatever. They put themselves against you, and that's good. You didn't break me, and I support your path. That's good. We are more alike than I admit. It makes me happy to see you heal. This is their higher self. This is behind you. This is something that is behind you, okay? A lesson that really, really taught you. So earlier on Facebook, I shared this thing that was like some theory that I don't remember what it was called, but the theory of separation or something like this. And it was when you have your very final last loving encounter with someone you loved deeply. That's what this theory describes, the last encounter theory or something like that. Somebody that you've deeply loved in the past or deeply hated, there's the very thin line, right? So it says that once that last visit is there, you'll never see each other again. And even if you live in the same city, down the same area, go to the same school or something, there's like, that's what that covers. So this is what I kind of see, like, it's over, but that was very impactful, and it is, added to the person that you are. There's things in your arsenal there, and you and that person had a contract from way up above, light years away, and that your healing is very good. Thank you for making amends. I support your path. It makes me happy to see you heal. These people may have passed on, and it may have, this is also messages from them, from where they are. So, okay, I can still see you standing there. Thank you for making amends. Fate. This is a destined partnership. So, okay, that just reinforces what I've been saying. Messages of love, please. Father God in heaven. You did not break me. I support your path. New love. So that was preparing you for a new love here. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. This is going to help you protect your partner. That is going to help you protect what is precious to you. So if it's not your partner, it's some other thing, or like your baby. Like all of that is eventually with time you'll forget the person and you won't feel them standing there. You'll just know the vibe for what it is. And but that was all so that you can support this new love, a new love, a recommitment to love, so that you could protect it. So whatever it is that you love, that you're because I was talking about with this fate, I was talking about some principle of that the last encounter principle or whatever theory, and now fate is reminding me of the red string of fate. So this is what I mean, like that God will protect you. That's going to be over with. So okay, or it already is. We are more alike than I admit. It makes me happy to see you heal. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Maybe you needed to go in within yourself so that you can articulate what you've been through so far for this new creation, because that is the depth of it. Like it's that serious to you that things don't go that way, because you're about to take a leap of faith and you have created a safe system, a safe framework here to do something that you love, and you're doing it in faith, in complete total faith. I'm very proud of you, Aquarius. Let's keep going. Let's hydrate. Okay, so let's look into your divine masculine energies, and then we'll get a response to your divine feminine energies, as within, so without. So this is going to reflect either the balance within you, and then also there could be the relationship that you are in, or just the balance of between, You and other masculine and feminine energies, you are so creative, forward-seeing, and you understand as a humanitarian. You understand your own discernment when it comes to how you apply things to your own relationships. You take it seriously. I see that. You've stepped into your authority with it. Nice, loving light. Let's go. I'm so stuffy. I don't know why this happened. I am recovering. I want to make amends. Let's see what the Divine Feminine says in response. I don't know why this happened. I am recovering. I want to make amends. Something happened unexplicable, like something maybe gave you a hold up, like it's so frustrating for you, like I don't know why this happened, like you had plans, I saw travel, maybe your travel plans are postponed, we talked about travel a couple times. Something may have, I'm recovering, I want to make, it was a blow to you, whatever, something was canceled, like I don't know why this happened, like you were relying on something, and it got canceled or something, and you can't understand what you did wrong, or you didn't do anything wrong, but you do need to recover from it. You make amends about it. Let's see. I don't think you did anything wrong. Let's go. It's got to be a lesson. Let's see. I don't know why this happened. I know I messed everything up. Response to the feminine energy. So maybe... Oh, my son is on VR all of a sudden. I don't know why this happened. I know I messed everything up. Let's get the rest. I am recovering. We need to let each other go. This was that failed relationship. I can still see you standing there. Wow. I want to make amends. I'm becoming a better person. You're saying no. You're saying no to that past relationship. Everything has changed. You can't even explain it to them. You can't even explain it to them. I see a past relationship here that you can't even, like everything, you don't even see the world the same as you did when you were with them. You need to move forward from this. And you didn't do, it happened because you had a soul contract with that person. And you leaving them and moving forward is the lesson. Becoming a better person. You can't be seeing them in your awareness all the time. They did you dirty. You speak to me through music is another one for you here. So there's somebody that did you dirty that you need to move on from. I'm not available. You have to tell them that. You have to say that you're not available to receive their love. So that's not going to be super easy, but it's necessary. It's what I see here. So if people have done you wrong in the past, you have to recover. You have to recover and amend your own energy. I see that you needed to do that. Now you're in this full energy. I saw your beautiful cards. Don't forget, okay, guys? So where you are right now is perfect. It's beautiful. You have a wish, fulfillment, maybe to have a new relationship, and see where you went wrong. And because I said that, like, it was also that you could prepare so that you could protect something new. So that's it. So then hold your boundaries with that old stuff, okay, guys? So if you put your energy in that, this is our last encounter theorem or whatever, then if you vibrate in like that, then if you truly don't want to ever see that person again, and you are in your manifesting energy, whatever, you could create a life. You could, but is it worth it? Everybody's an individual. So it seems like it's worth it because you went through some pain, some heartache. So, okay, let's go. These are channeled messages. Let's get 3 cards to close the reading. Father God in heaven. Not for you. That old relationship was not for you. You really had to activate your throat chakra. It's like they shut you up. It's like that person shut you up. It's like you tried to talk to them and explain to them things for so long till you were blue in the face. They couldn't understand you. They couldn't understand your perception then. And now you've gone through this transformation And your perception has changed all over again with the full energy. They're not for you. Like it wasn't working in the beginning, and now you've come to the transformation where you're in the Hierophant energy, integrating Hierophant energy into your everyday world. Yeah, you got a leg up. You got a leg up. So that's over. That has to be done. Keep on protecting your energy, cleansing your energy. Time to go, Aquarius. You need to move on to the next leg of this journey because you've allowed it. You've already got a new framework and everything. It's time to go. Wow. That's crazy. Move forward. Trust yourself, Aquarius. That was your manifestation activation tarot reading for February 2025. I am Lissett and I love you. Until next time.